Today on Animal 24/7, dealing with the dangerous dogs on Britain's streets.
He's fighting the gate. Team, he's fighting the gate.
The growing problem of our abandoned pets.
It seems to be happening more and more. People will move and will just kick the cats outside.
And the race to release 4 seals back to the wild.
Time is of the essence, really. We need to hit the road, get there, and get them out as quickly as possible.
Around 1,000 dangerous dogs are seized from London streets every year, and those that are taken in the borough of Newham might well end up here, this maximum security kennels, because here they're tackling the problem head on. But even a team as experienced as this can still meet fresh challenges. This is Tina Delaney. She's part of a team whose job is to keep the growing number of dangerous dogs off Britain's streets. In the past year, Tina and her colleagues have seized 100 dogs, including 39 illegal pit bull terriers. Why are these dogs such a menace in the wrong hands?
Because they are very, very powerful, very muscular dog and a very pleasing breed. So if you want the dog to be human aggressive, it's very easy to teach it to be human aggressive. If you want the dog to fight, it's very easy to teach it to fight.
That's quite frightening though, isn't it? Because it's such a powerful animal that if you can train it to do, well, nasty things, that's a real danger, isn't it?
It is. If you can train it to do nasty things, then you have a potential fatal, dangerous weapon.
Today's first call is to a garage in East London. Tina has removed pit bulls from the premises before.
We're going to a yard where it's alleged that the guy at the yard is keeping pit bull terrier type dogs.
But this guy's been in trouble with you before for having dangerous dogs.
Yes, we've seized 2 pit bulls from him before.
And he doesn't seem to have learned his lesson.
Well, if he has pit bulls on the premises, then he definitely hasn't, but hopefully he will this time.
But why do people like that keep dangerous dogs?
If he is fighting them, then obviously, you know, that's a sport that he's participating in. So,
And is there money to be made in it?
there is money. If you have the right dogs and you have enough money to bet, then there is money to be made in that. So hopefully, if there are any dogs on the premises and they are pit bull type, we will be removing that and stopping his sport.
The dogs are reportedly kept in a yard at the back of the garage. The police will keep an eye on all exits.
Situate someone here and then round the back and go and see if he's in the shop.
Because Tina has removed dogs from here before, and her strong suspicion that pit bulls are being kept here again, they have a warrant to search the premises.
Is that the yard?
The owner isn't around, just the garage staff.
We have a warrant to enter the premises.
In the yard, we immediately find a dog who doesn't seem overly pleased to see us.
Hello?
We're told his name is Tyson, or Ty for short. Certainly looks like a very big and powerful dog. But to actually determine that it is a pit bull, you need to do some pretty precise measurements. At first glance, Sergeant Ian McParland of the Metropolitan Police Status Dog Unit suspects that Ty could be a pit bull. What do you make of that, Ian?
Nice pit bull.
Definite pit bull?
Yeah, I'd go with that. An old dog, isn't he? Really old dog.
What happened to Ty?
What is it that makes you pretty sure it's a pit bull straight off?
Pardon? Having said, look, I really need to have quite a good look at it. Have you seen him before?
No, there was a different dog in here before.
What Ty? You looking for Ty?
Yes.
But just confirmation. I mean, look at the dog's physique. Look at it. Look at the muscles on him. Look at the head. The head, having said that, is a little bit more staffy than in a classic pit bull. But it's
a lot bigger and taller than a staffy I've seen.
Taller. I mean, you've got a staffy 14 to 16 inches at the shoulders. This dog's going to be 21, 22 inches. Square looking dog, and look at him from the side. Just look at the muscle in the back end, the power in the back end.
Tina discovers there are 2 younger dogs in a nearby outhouse.
I need you to be definite. Is this dog going to bite?
And step back. Just step back. You step back.
Hello? That's a pit.
she's also pretty sure about at least one of the dogs in here.
The bottom one there looks very pit bully. That one there looks a bit kind of bulldoggy cross, but I mean obviously we have to get them back and examine them.
There's still no sign of the owner.
Hello?
But the team wants to search the premises thoroughly to investigate reports that the dogs may have been used illegally for fighting.
Because there's an allegation that these dogs might have been used for fighting, are you looking for paraphernalia associated with that as well?
I'm looking for brake sticks, I'm looking for flirt poles, but I'm also looking for drugs, for steroids, for needles, anything that might have been used to stitch dogs up, anything that's basically been used to treat a dog without going to a veterinary surgeon.
Because it's one thing actually having dangerous dogs, but a different stage of danger and problem if they use them for fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. And danger not only to people, but to other dogs and other animals.
Yeah.
There's no evidence of dog fighting. Tina's priority is now to remove all 3 dogs.
Do you have a key to this cupboard? Hello. Hello. There you go.
Good dog.
There you go. Come on.
What do you make of these two now? You've got them in the open, Tina.
I mean, for me, this one is very pit bull-like, but obviously we have to do a thorough examination.
Do I or you need to be worried?
She's very nervous. She's obviously not been very socialised. Obviously she's been in that shed. It doesn't look like she's got any light. We'll test that in a minute when we go in and close the door. She hasn't been kept in very good conditions.
But she doesn't seem aggressive.
No, she doesn't seem
At first
aggressive at
sight.
all. No. But what you've got to remember is this will be the 5th dog that we've seized from this premises who's pit type.
Yeah.
And that's the concern. And often dogs are not human aggressive, but can be very much dog aggressive.
Even though Tina suspects one of the dogs is a pit bull, its behaviour so far has been very passive. But she fears Tyson will be anything but. Still to come, Tina treads carefully as she takes on Tyson.
I have to be careful because of the type of dog and because he can do severe damage.
And the dedicated wildlife worker who's up all hours caring for deer.
You can't be sick. Never be sick. If you're sick, even if you feel as though you're dying in your bed, you've got to get out and you've got to do your feeds.
The credit crunch has not only had a big impact on households, it's also being blamed for a large increase in the number of pets found abandoned. In 2009, more than 21,000 animals had to be rescued by the RSPCA after being left by their owners. As one inspector in the West Midlands is finding, that 6% rise is all part of a growing problem. On her patch in Coventry, RSPCA Inspector Nikki Foster is no stranger to dealing with cases of abandoned animals. But today she's responding to a disturbing report of animals which have been left home alone at 2 separate addresses on the same road.
Had a complaint come through about an abandonment of some cats. It appears at the minute that 2 properties have been vacated within the last month and both have gone, leaving cats outside to fend for themselves.
Nikki begins the investigation at the first abandoned house. But there are few clues and no sign of cats. After checking round the back, Nikki decides to begin door-to-door inquiries.
Hi, sorry to bother you, RSPCA.
Yeah, no problem. I've caught one.
Right.
It appears Nikki has struck lucky. Neighbour Claire Patterson seems to know the whole story about the abandoned cats.
When did she move?
She went last Wednesday.
Nikki established that 2 families on the street have moved out, but both have also left their cats behind.
Okay, I'll grab my basket and we'll get the one sorted out that you've got in your garden. We'll get that sorted and in the basket, and then we can deal with the others.
Lovely.
All right, I'll meet you at the side. Thank you.
Neighbour Claire has already managed to catch one of the two cats and put it in a cage.
Do we know his name or anything?
Yeah, it's Mickey.
This cat was abandoned by Claire's next-door neighbour 6 days ago, and Claire's been looking after him ever since.
Hi, handsome. He's quite healthy, isn't he? Yeah, he's quite well fed.
Claire has also been taking care of a second cat called Kushka.
This one's been abandoned about a month.
She's been living wild after being left by her owners who used to live further along the street.
She was in very, very bad state. Hefty little appetite, but she was just skin and bone.
It's incredible that Kushka has been able to survive alone for more than 4 weeks, but that's not the only surprising fact about her.
She was pregnant.
But at this point in time, we don't know where these kittens are.
No.
If Kushka has just had kittens, her health could be at risk.
Yeah, she's still a little bit on the lean side.
And there's no sign that she's still feeding.
Right, I can't feel any milk there coming out at all. We'll pop her in there and I might just go and have a quick look then, just for peace of mind.
Although Nikki's checks seem to suggest that Kushka hasn't had any kittens, she still wants to be sure. Claire believes she has seen Kushka going to and from some of the neighbouring gardens.
I have watched, and she goes into the bushes here. There are 2 sheds.
She's obviously been going in and out through there. That goes into somebody's shed.
I've been in at night to look.
Right. Nobody's
come out, but also no noise at all.
If Kushka has had kittens, there's definitely no sign of them at the moment.
Okay. Obviously, if anybody sees or hears these kittens appear anywhere, then give us a call. We'll come and get them straight away. But we'll get her sorted.
As Nikki heads back to the van, she's already reflecting on a frustrating situation, and one that's completely avoidable.
It appears over time there's been various families come and go and have left cats behind. They're then breeding as they've not been neutered, and the problem appears to be escalating. So we'll do what we can. It's a huge problem and we're seeing it happen on a daily basis. Cats particularly seem to get a bad deal when people move out, whether it's if they're going into another rented or whatever and they can't take them with them, or it's a money issue. It seems to be happening more and more. People will move and we'll just kick the cats outside.
And Nikki feels these owners have a lot to answer for.
Moving out and leaving a cat outside is not a good option. It's not a good thing to do. It is illegal. You have a legal obligation to meet the needs of your pets. That for the cat is feeding, watering, providing a suitable environment. So leaving it outside, it's not an option, not an option. There are so many other avenues you can go down. You can contact the RSPCA or other cat agencies, charities that will help out.
Usually these cats would go straight to the local RSPCA animal home. But with so many recent abandonments, they're having to be settled in a private cattery.
It's nice to know we've now got them in somewhere. They're not out on the streets, they're not breeding and creating more problems for us in the future. So yeah, it's peace of mind that at least these two now are going to be safe and warm and have regular food and water.
The cat's owners were never tracked down, but the good news is that Kushka has since been found a new home. In London, dangerous dogs are a growing concern as more owners choose to keep animals which can pose a real threat to others. Earlier, I joined a team from Newham Council Animal Welfare Service as they try to get a grip on the problem. The first stop was a garage where pit bull terriers have been kept in the past. We found 3 more dogs there, and Tina Delaney suspects that at least 2 of them are pit bulls. Tyson, or Ty for short, is the dog causing most concern. Tina also believes that one of the 2 younger dogs they found here is a pit bull.
Good girl.
Well, that's the 2 puppies in, the big dog to go. I can't believe that Tina's bravery in getting her hands involved with these animals that could be so dangerous, but it's rooted in her experience.
The garage owner isn't here, but Tina is armed with a warrant to search the premises.
Initially, he said he was on his way down.
They're seizing the dogs because they're suspected pit bulls, one of the 4 banned breeds listed by the 1991 Dangerous Dogs Act. And Tina's only too aware of the danger that Ty poses.
He displays aggressive behaviour towards us, but he is a guarding breed. He's likely to do that anyway. He's not necessarily going to do that when he's removed off the premises. But at the moment, this is his home. This is where he lives. They have said that once you get him out, he's okay. But, you know, I have to be careful because of the type of dog and because he can do severe damage.
Maybe he was just being a good guard dog. But because Ty seemed very aggressive earlier, Tina's using a grasper.
Good boy. Hello, Ty. Hello.
He does seem to have calmed down.
Good boy. Come on. Come on. Good boy.
And Tina shows him to the kennel.
Good boy.
Good lad.
But aggression towards people isn't the only concern.
Good boy.
Dogs can be a danger to each other. And as soon as Ty's in the van with the other 2, tension grows. All he and the other male want to do is to get to each other.
So, they move. One in, sideways.
The very kennels may not be strong enough.
He's fighting the gate. Teen, he's fighting the gate.
We're going to have to
Can you step away?
call for another van, Sue. Another van.
Okay, another station van to stop.
Yep. Can you get me a grasper now? Can you get me a grasper? Where's the one I just had? Where's the one I just had? What we need to do is move him out.
Ty is taken out of the van.
Tina, what was all that about?
It's 2 male dogs being in the same vicinity. Obviously, they're very dog aggressive.
2 males together is just the wrong chemistry.
It's close
Just
proximity.
bang.
It's too close proximity.
And this one tried to get out of his cage, started biting
They
the
were
door.
both trying to get out of the
Chewing at the lock.
Successfully, it looked like.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of jaw power, so it's only a very kennel.
The 2 male dogs will be travelling to the kennels separately.
Sideways in. Sideways in.
For Ty, it's a police escort. With the dogs loaded, Tina's thoughts have turned to the animals' living conditions, and in particular, the outhouse where the 2 younger dogs were being kept.
And the light was off. So if we look at turning the light off and coming in, then that's the environment that the dogs are in.
That's pretty dark.
So as you can see, it's absolutely pitch black dark. Obviously the light wasn't on and we've turned that light on. But if you look around the environment that they were in, obviously it's hazardous. There's no water for them. There's no food bowls for them.
It stinks.
It absolutely stinks.
On the floor, there is clear evidence of just how starved the dogs have been.
And obviously they've been quite hungry. In this dog poo, you can see wires that they've eaten.
Yeah, I can see it in this as well. It's sifted up.
Like
Look,
similar, yeah.
copper wire in what
Yeah.
looks like something that's been.
So it looks like they've
Sipped
been
up.
eating, because this is in the middle of the floor. It looks like, well, you can see they've been eating it. It looks like dog teeth.
This discovery highlights the hazardous conditions and suggests desperately hungry dogs.
So it's not only important with obviously the breeds of dogs that are a concern, it's also the conditions that the dogs were living in. Because everything together shows a picture, it tells a story. This is the second time we've seized dangerous dogs from the premises. It's the second time they've been seized from the same kind of conditions, and yet that obviously he hasn't learnt from that.
Tina will question the garage owner about all her findings as soon as she can. But for now, there are more warrants to serve.
So what's happening in this next job? Something a little unusual, I gather.
It is unusual. We're going to an address where it's alleged as an Argentinian dogo.
An Argentinian dogo?
Yep.
What is that?
Is, one of the other dogs that's described on the dangerous dogs list.
And what kind of a dog is it?
It's a very muscly, powerful dog. It weighs usually between 40 and 45 kilos. It's pure muscle. We've never had any in the borough before. There have been some in the United Kingdom, but never that I know of within Newham. And this will be the first time that we'll actually be seizing one if it is.
And how's this particular one come to your attention?
We've had several complaints from quite a few of the neighbours to say that the dog's been jumping over the fences.
Even for Tina, with all her years of experience, this dog is set to present her with a new challenge. Still to come, the foreign invader who's alarming the dangerous dog squad.
A serious dog, I gather.
Oh, yeah, bred for hunting mountain lions and pumas in Argentina.
You're joking?
No.
Could hunt me then. Wild animals can be at their most vulnerable in the first few months of life. It's often then that dedicated carers are called upon to step in and nurse them back to health. The RSPCA operates 4 wildlife rescue centres across the country, and they're all devoted to treating animals and returning them to the wild as soon as they possibly can.
West Hatch Wildlife Centre in Somerset. Every year they care for around 4,000 wild animals from across the whole of the West Country. Today is a big day for these 4 young grey seals. Fishface, Reef, Tap and Slipper came to the centre after picking up injuries at sea. They've been coming on leaps and bounds thanks to lots of fish suppers from West Hatch supervisor Sean Clements.
A couple of them had some bite wounds on the hind flippers. The majority of them came in with just minor injuries, but just post-weaning, so weren't quite coping really.
Today they're heading back to the cold waters of the Atlantic.
Come on guys, do you want this? Come on.
From now on there'll be no more fish deliveries.
We release them at a good healthy weight, natural for this time of year, so that they have a bit of a head start. It's going to take them a while to be able to learn how to hunt for live fish. We only feed them dead fish, so they've got to find that food. The statistics are good, and we've got a lot of good data to prove that they survive really well. But I always worry about them. You know, we've put a lot of time, effort, and care into them, and now down to them to go into the big bad world and try and find food for themselves and hunt for themselves.
So, once the last supper has been served, to get the seals out of the pool, it has to be drained.
All right, the idea now is we'll pull the plug, and we've got to wait for them to be free of water so we can catch them up.
It'll take nearly half an hour to empty, and the team here need to stay on their toes.
We just got to keep them in the pool whilst it's emptying. Otherwise, if they come out and they jump in, could cause a lot of problems. They can injure themselves. So that's why we've got a couple of us in here just to keep them in the water. It's extremely stressful for them, what we're putting them through today. If you think from the point of when we started emptying the pool to the point of release, you're looking at about 3.5 to 4 hours.
Despite this being confusing for Fishface, Reef, Tap and Slipper, it'll be worth it in the end.
Down.
They belong at sea. As soon as the water's gone, they'll be coaxed into crates and off to the coast. In another corner of the sanctuary, staff are gearing themselves up to care for a nervous new arrival. This is 8-day-old Torrington, a baby roe deer, who's been brought into the centre as an orphan.
Breakfast time, come on. Come on then.
It's the job of Emily Atkinson to care for and feed him.
There you go. He was found on the side of a road covered in afterbirth. So we assumed that maybe mum was hit by a car and then obviously gave birth by the side of the road.
Hand-rearing fawns means they have to bond with just one individual, who effectively replaces mum.
You're not hungry? No, you're just mischievous, aren't you?
So for Emily, that means round-the-clock work.
You don't get any days off for 4 months, literally. But as you can see, I've been up since 6 in the morning and I'm sure I'll be awake at 12 tonight doing feeds. You can't be sick. Never be sick. If you're sick, even if you feel as though you're dying in your bed, you've got to get out and you've got to do your feeds.
Today there's a new arrival to add to the workload.
Apparently, he was next to his dead mum. So obviously he's a true orphan. He's not a young fawn, he's approximately about a month because he's quite big. I've got the feeling he's going to be a bit of a hard work for me because obviously he's a little bit more established to his mum. We'll just have a look to see what sex he is. And it's a girl. It's a little doe.
The West Hatch deer are named after the places where they're found. So this doe is now called Stoey.
She's most probably so frightened, obviously, because she's lying next to mum. She's waiting for mum to get up and feed her, really, so.
The first priority is a vet check with David Cooper.
We're just going to check her over for dehydration. Obviously, if she's not fed for a couple of days, she could be quite weak. And also, I'm just going to check her over for any injuries to make sure she's not got any wounds or things.
David is surprised by Stoey's condition.
She's remarkably strong, all things considered. 2 days is a long time for her not to have fed, and also, you know, potentially she could have been attacked by predators, so, you know, or dogs, etc. So if no mum to look after or anything could have happened to her, really. So yeah, I think the fact that she's got no sign of any injuries is quite remarkable.
But the next few hours will be crucial for Stoey.
That's fine, and can she stand herself?
After a month with mum, Emily isn't sure how she'll take to bottle feeding.
Just a little bit thin, aren't you?
Yeah, a wee bit skinny.
She'll attempt to find out later. But first, Stoey needs a bit of time to settle in. Back at the seal pool, the water is just about gone. Now the task for Sean and his team is to encourage fish face, reef, tap and slipper into crates. Naturally, they don't look a very attractive proposition to the grey seals. So they try to give their keepers the slip.
Yeah. Back it right into the back there. That's it.
But soon they're all in.
Gone better than I expected, to be honest. Many hands make light work. Nice thing is it was quick, as stress-free as possible from that perspective. Now the journey starts.
It's a journey that will end with their release in North Devon. It's vital during the trip that they stay as cool as possible.
So the air conditioning in there will be on, blown into the back, keeping their body temperatures down. Time is of the essence, really. We need to hit the road, get there, and get them out as quickly as possible. Okay. Off we go.
Coming up, the seal pups face the perils of returning to sea.
They've probably been in some horrible storms, bashed against the rocks. So some of this is going to bring back some anxieties.
Now we're heading back to East London, where I was out on the road with the Dangerous Dogs team. Tina Delaney of Newham Animal Welfare Service has already picked up 3 suspected pit bulls from one property. Now she's investigating reports of a misbehaving Argentine dogo, a much rarer breed that's also on the banned list. At an address in Plaistow, the animal welfare team is responding to a report that a dog is scaring the neighbours. It's reportedly an illegal Argentine dogo. I've arrived with Tina and the team to establish whether it is. Sergeant Ian McParlin of the Metropolitan Police Status Dogs Unit is on hand to determine whether it is a banned breed.
I gather you've seen these before?
I have, yeah. There have been some others in the home counties that we've picked up and taken through the court process.
A serious dog, I gather.
They are, yeah, bred for hunting mountain lions and pumas in Argentina.
You're joking?
No.
Could hunt me then.
Hello there, police officer. Could you come and open the door, please?
We can certainly hear the dog, but we still don't know whether it's a dogo. And I must admit, as we execute a warrant to enter the property, I'm nervous.
I'm a police officer, we're coming to talk to you about your dog.
Is your dog okay?
The priority is to get a clear view of the dog, but from a safe distance.
Can you just call your dog?
The dog's owner isn't home, just his partner.
Just call him and stick him in one of the rooms for us a moment, and I'll come and have a chat with you.
Ian can tell immediately that the dog is not an Argentine dogo.
We've got a warrant to search the house for a Dogo Argentino because it's a prohibited dog. He's actually an American Bulldog.
No, I thought he was American Bulldog as soon as I saw him.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming.
But the dog's behaviour is still bothering Tina. So when his owner Mohammed turns up, she expresses those concerns.
People should and have to be able to go into their garden without a dog entering their garden. The residents were complaining, okay? In addition, your partner's just told us that you do let the dog off a lead and it runs up to people. If it does that in a public place, and people are worried, it can be seized under Section 3 of the Dangerous Dogs Act, regardless of its breed. Okay. Now you need to be responsible as an owner that when you're out with your dog doesn't run up to other people.
Yeah, fair enough.
He displays very confident behaviour and he's only young, isn't he?
Mohammed takes me inside to meet the dog, who's called Casper. He's still a puppy, despite being a fair old size. He was actually a present for Mohammed's 4-year-old daughter.
Well, like you say, Mohammed, when you get up close to him, he's quite a soft dog, really, isn't he?
No, he's a friendly dog.
And really, you think he's okay with your little girl, do you?
Yes.
It seems quite a surprising thing for a 4-year-old to have a big dog with. Casper, come on.
I mean, you haven't seen it. When I'm not at home, you can tell my partner, they're running up and down the stairs with the blanket and everything, and she sleeps on him, does everything on him. I mean, if she was here now, you would have seen it.
Really?
Yeah, of course, you would have seen it.
What do you think about the instructions you got from Tina and the policeman? What do you reckon?
No, fair enough. I put my hand up, there is time that I do let him off the lead and everything, and he does approach people and everything, so yeah, but I mean, he's not approaching them in a bad manner.
No, but people don't know that, you see them coming up, and the trouble is, because these dogs, they're associated with others that can be dangerous, people look at it and think, oh my god, there's a big dog coming towards me.
No man, Casper, I mean, that's his name, Casper, ain't it? So he's a friendly dog.
Mohammed just needed guiding in the right direction. It's been a worthwhile visit for Tina. And there's just one more call to make tonight.
So what's the report here, Tina?
We're just going to premises where it's alleged that a young lad has a Staffy cross that's jumped over the front garden and ripped the clothing of somebody who's passing by. We don't believe it's a pit bull, but obviously we have to check that out as well. But we have to advise him that he has to be a responsible owner.
The Staffy cross in question is called Crash.
So he was the one that jumped up with the person with the clothes, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So was he out on his own?
His owner, Pat, claims his dog was provoked by a group of lads. But Tina is still concerned by the dog's behaviour.
So regardless of how Crash is, you might think he's a lovely dog. However, if he's ripped somebody's clothing, then that's actually quite serious.
Crash, come.
And under Section 3 of the Dangerous Dogs Act, if your dog even runs at somebody barking, let alone rips their clothing, then it can be seized as a dangerous dog.
Pat is worried about Crash's health and asks Tina for advice.
But you said you've been to the vet.
Yes.
She recommends castration.
And might giving him the snip help to calm the aggression problems and make it easier for Pat to take him out and about?
Yep, I mean, if you castrate him, there are so many unwanted dogs at the moment in the United Kingdom. We advise people to castrate your dog. We advise people to have them neutered because there's so many dogs being put to sleep because there's not the homes for them. It's going to be beneficial for him, especially if he's already developing problems with his testicles. You know, it's going to make no difference to him if you remove them. You know, it's not going to make him fat, it's not going to make him lazy. These are myths that people have. Okay then.
All right.
Brilliant.
Thanks very much.
Thank
for
you
your
very
time,
much.
Pat. Thanks
Cheers.
a lot.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you. See you, Crash. Good dog.
He's a very helpful lad. He sounds like he's taken our advice. Obviously, he's got concerns about his dog's welfare, which is highlighted, which most people won't do. So, you know, I'm happy that hopefully that's going to be the end of the matter. Yes, it is a serious incident because the dog's ripped a member of the public's clothing and so on and so forth. However, it seems to be a one-off event that's happened. It was a worthwhile call.
For Tina, advising people about responsible dog ownership is much more satisfying than seizing potentially dangerous dogs. At the maximum security kennels, the 3 dogs Tina removed from the garage earlier are settling in. Ty and the other male, who's called Bully, are once again noisy neighbours.
You can see the problems with their temperament here, can't you?
You can. I mean, and they haven't actually seen each other. They can only hear each other. One of them was taken around the back of the kennel, the other one came in through the front. They can't see each other because it's a completely solid base. So this is how they behave. We've only been able to hear each other.
Did you have no option of putting them further apart here in the kennels? Is this the only place they can go?
There isn't any kennels anywhere that a dog might either see another dog or hear another dog.
After an independent assessment, Ty and Bully were found not to be pit bulls and were later returned to their separate owners. The owners were served with warning notices ordering them to improve the dog's living conditions. Sadly, the female dog was confirmed as a pit bull and was later put down. It's been a long, challenging day for Tina and her team, but they know there'll be many more in the battle to tackle the problem of dangerous dogs. Now we're heading back to the RSPCA's West Hatch Wildlife Centre in Somerset. Earlier we saw 4 grey seals being prepared for their journey and released back into the sea. Elsewhere in the centre, wildlife assistant Emily Atkinson is preparing the difficult task of hand-rearing some orphaned roe deer. At West Hatch, it's a big day for 8-day-old Torrington. Having only just lost his mum, he's about to be introduced to another resident.
You could have a friend.
6-week-old Wincham has been hand-reared by Emily for the past month, and that's required her being on hand night and day.
Okay. It's kind of quite exciting to see what their first instincts will be of each other. I got a feeling maybe the elder one might be a little bit taken back, a little bit more scared, because obviously he's not had any interaction with any other roe deer, so it'll be quite exciting really.
Socialising the fawns is a vital part of their rehab.
Wincham, come on baby boy, feeding time. And some new friends. Hello, who's this?
At first, Wincham seems more interested in lunch.
All gone, that's it.
But soon the 2 fawns are becoming acquainted.
Who's that? Look.
And with the odd inquisitive sniff, they're getting along very nicely.
I think it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Double head fine.
So, with a fawn friendship developing, Torrington and Wincham will stay in the paddock together.
These guys will basically bond for life, which will be so lovely. They'll bond until they're released, and then when they're released, they stay together for quite some time. In the previous years that I've released roes together, they've stayed together for the 6 months that I've tracked them for. So that bond is very strong.
Over in the barn, another roe deer, 1-month-old Stoey, is settling into life at West Hatch. She was found by her mum's body at the side of the road. Today is the first time Emily is going to attempt to bottle feed her.
First feeds is usually pretty hard, and the fact that they're not used to human beings. She'll most probably kick and scream, but we shall see.
Emily settles Stoey down.
All right. Okay.
Then shows her the bottle.
What's this?
And she doesn't need asking twice.
There you go, see? hungry. It's quite unusual for Rhoda to take straight away. This is a really good sign. This is fantastic, really. She's obviously starving, bless her. Because she's feeling so well, it's a good sign that I could mix her sooner rather than later, which is brilliant.
The signs are good for Stoey, but for a dedicated carer like Emily, it's set to mean many more sleepless nights as she plays mum to all the roe deer. "70 miles away, on the North Devon coast, is the picturesque village of Lee.
1, 2, up.
Emily's colleague, Sean Clements, has arrived here to carry out his own special mission. After a 2.5-hour journey from West Hatch, grey seals, fishface, reef, tap and slipper are ready to be released back into the wild. This location has been chosen to give the 4 seals the best chance of survival.
We've selected this site purely because there's a local colony of seals, grey seals, just around the point. So the idea is by releasing them here, they'll meet up with them, find out where the local food supply is. That's the theory behind it anyway. So we're not just abandoning them in the middle of a beach where they aren't going to know where to go, what to do.
Seals are a popular tourist attraction and a crowd has gathered to watch the show. But Sean knows it isn't always just a case of opening the crates and watching them go.
Hi folks, just a quick little something to say. We've got boards to hopefully funnel them down into the sea. They won't come and directly for you, they're just trying to get out the water possibly. So enjoy the day with what you're about to see.
It's impossible to predict how the seals will react when the doors are opened. They've become accustomed to a freshwater pool. It's been many months since these seals were last in open water. So Sean is nervous about the release.
So they come into us thin and emaciated. They've probably been in some horrible storms, bashed against the rocks. So some of this is going to bring back some anxieties.
But after a moment's uncertainty, the seals are soon on their way.
All in all, it's gone very, very well, better than usual.
For Sean, this is the culmination of months of hard work.
Getting to see them through to release, from when they come in sick, literally on death's door, it is the best part of the job.
It might be their natural home, but right now, this is a whole new world for fishface, reef, tap and slipper. Although Sean is confident they'll be okay.
It's a massive learning curve from now on. Later today they'll pick up with the other seals. They will naturally work their way southwards along the coast down to Cornwall, where there's loads of seal colonies, and just live a nice, hopefully a nice, tranquil life, as I would expect them to.
If you think you know of a case of wildlife crime or a creature that needs immediate protection, remember there are dedicated professionals out there who will answer your call right around the clock. They are the people we meet on Animal 24/7.